Only Bourbon Fans.
All right, Only Bourbon Fans, we are back. It is Albert and Zack again on the same night. Albert is reviewing water at the moment. Just kidding. If you're listening, he was just chugging water. We just did the review on the old line. We are starting a new episode right now. We are going to do a Peerless Single Barrel review. This is the single barrel that Albert brought back from, you got it from Tampa. Why don't you tell everybody how you got these bottles home?
Well, it was a trek. For anybody that follows us on Instagram, I was documenting some of the trip of the Peerless box that the Tampa Bay Bourbon Boyz provided me with. This is their single barrel pick. But yeah, that box was going all over Tampa. I think I stayed in like 3 or 4 different hotels over like 5 or 6 nights. And the box just kept traveling with me. I made some new friends because of it. Some guy was like, "Have you had that stuff?" And I was like, opened it up. I was like, "It's full of it." That guy does follow us on Instagram now. He was telling me where to find Russell's Reserve 13. I got there. It was sold out. Fun stuff. But it actually, I flew home and I ended up buying too many bottles in Tampa. So my uncle drove it to us as he was on his way to upstate New York for the holidays. So that's how it got north, all the way from Tampa, Kentucky to Tampa to Pennsylvania to Rochester, New York.
And it's in New Jersey as well, and
New Hampshire,
right?
Yep. Yeah.
So it's all over the country now, Tampa Bay Bourbon Boyz. We did it for you. And thank you, Uncle David, for driving that up to us. So, yeah, it says cream of the crop here, and it's got a picture of wrestling because they're a bunch of wrestling dorks. And
fake wrestling.
Wrestling dorks. Albert doesn't mess with that because he likes to real wrestle.
Yeah. And speaking of dorks, why are they not with us?
Yeah, we're talking with them just now. Let's hop on the podcast with us and let's do the Peerless Single Barrel. Let's review it quick. And then we go, oh, we forgot you're doing Dry January. Crickets. Right, I know, a lot of crickets when I say that.
To say. Yeah.
A lot of issues. Really disappointed, but and I respect that if you want to do that, and that's okay, but kind of lame.
If you know these guys, it's kind of lame.
Really disappointed, but we're excited to see them. We are excited to see them in Tampa Bay in a couple weeks, and that's going to be February 2nd. So their Dry January is going to be done. So I don't even know, because are they just going to let loose too much because they haven't drank for a whole month, or are they going to be okay? I'm worried.
Yeah, they'll need to get back in shape.
Well, hopefully they'll do that on February 1st. But we're reviewing this. We've had this bottle. We were drinking it on New Year's Eve because I had a big spread of bourbon for our New Year's Eve party that everybody was at, and this was the most drank bottle, I think.
I was telling everyone to drink it, including myself.
So it's your fault.
I was drinking it. Yeah.
And we all say bourbon, spirit with character. We love what's going on with it. And like, you share it with friends, which I did, but I selfishly had to hide it. Because if you're listening, there is less than a quarter left, right? That's less than a quarter.
Yeah, less than a quarter.
Less than a quarter. And I was like, I want to enjoy this one more time if I never have it again. So Tampa Bay Bourbon Boyz, even though you're doing Dry January, you picked a very good bourbon with Peerless. And I had to selfishly hide it from people because I was worried it was going to get finished before midnight. So, what do you smell? I get some oak and vanilla.
Totally. Oak, vanilla, caramel. It's your prototypical bourbon smells. something I get like on the nose, and like what maybe makes this different to me. It's actually something that I also get on Elijah Craig C923, which was pretty popular this year. We've done episodes on it. It's like this sharp, like candy, like toffee and butterscotch taste.
There you go. Okay.
Which I like a lot. And
Bullshit,
about
but
a year
that's
ago,
fair.
I would have called bullshit on myself for saying something stupid like that. But here we are. It's a taste that I'm finding that I really do like. So I'm keeping an eye out for it when I see that in tasting notes.
Yeah, this is a great taste, and I was worried after drinking the single malt that we might get a little tainted, but I'm not. Once we cleanse their palates, and it's really good. On the bottle, they make note it's non-chill filtered. It's a strictly sweet mash. It's barrel proof and no water added, and this sits at 108.8 proof, which I really like that proof. And I know we like our 115 plus, but I think anything between that 105 now and 110.
Yeah, it's a
is
good spot. You still get a full flavor from some of the better stuff, and that proof still.
Yeah, it's I remember when we first were kind of starting this, I was saying like the 95 to 105. Now I'm like in the 10, like outside of the, like I love the high proofs, like I absolutely love those, but I think there's something about the 105 to 115 that's those that hit there with some better flavors and stuff as well.
Yeah, if they come through with too much of that alcohol stuff, that good old booze,
Yeah.
it hurts the palate a little bit.
Well, we had one recently, but we talked about it in the last episode. That Old Forester single barrel was tough at that high proof.
Yeah.
And like you drink the Elijah
Single barrels vary a lot, but that's one that's been pretty popular, and
right.
Yeah.
That single barrel was tough. But then you get like a high proof like the C923 from Elijah Craig, and it's like, man, these drink really well.
Mm-hmm.
So it's hit or miss.
They're hot, but they just taste great still.
Right. But Tampa Bay Bourbon Boyz, I wish you guys could have just hopped on or reviewed this with us. But, you guys aren't drinking, so that's, it's okay. But, it is what it is. Not that there's anything wrong with that.
We'll save a little bit for you.
We'll save a little bit, and maybe we'll do it again. We'll get your thoughts on it, yada, yada, yada.
Probably less than 20% of a bottle left. Which does go to show how much we liked it.
Yes. And everybody at my New Year's Eve party.
I didn't share this one much with people.
No. Do you have an extra bottle, or were you able to give them out to everybody?
That's it.
Yeah.
When it's gone, it's gone.
All right. It's a 1 for me. What's it for you, Albert?
1 out of 1.
1 out of 1 from Only Bourbon Fans. Slàinte mhath.